my name is Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Hope you find something that you like. So it's been about 5 to 6 weeks since I last talked with you guys. Lots has been going on. Let's just say February was not kind to me. I had a death in the family. My cat had passed away unexpectedly. She was only 2.5 years old. That happened on the 1st of February, and so it was very sudden, it was very emotional, and I was not okay for a long time. I'm still really getting to a place where I'm trying to be okay about it, about losing her. It's hard, pets become like your children, and that's what she was to me. She was like my child. But I basically took the entire month of February off. I only did very minimal stitching, and that was just on like 2 or 3 items, not much at all. And I wanted to come up here and give a update just as to what I've been doing. I didn't want it to prolong anymore. I wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. I wanted to talk with you guys, go through part of that process with you, as I'm kind of navigating around grief. So I have a lot to show, actually. I have about 17 items to show, and I will start with my FFOs. So I have 2 FFOs. My first one is I have 3 FFOs, I just don't have one to show. So my first one actually is December 25th by Stitching with the Housewives. I took this one to work last month when I was in office, and I got this one finished. So this is what it looks like. So I just finished this as a ornament on a round from Hobby Lobby that I have filmed a tutorial for, and then this is what the back looks like. This is just a little gift tag from Hobby Lobby as well that I just hot glued on the back. But I think it turned out super cute, and I'm super excited to put this on my tree next year. This is stitched on 28 count white Monaco that I dyed petal pink myself, and using a stash conversion DMC. That is December 25th by Stitching with the Housewives. Up next, I have a Valentine freebie from Erin Elizabeth Designs, and this is what it looks like. It's so tiny and so cute. Look at it! I hope that's showing up well. It's just so cute. So this was a free design from Erin Elizabeth. I stitched this on the same 28 count Monaco that I dyed petal pink, and I finished it like a, it's just a small pillow. Just goes in my little dough bowl. It went in my dough bowl for Valentine's Day. So that was really fun. That only took me about a couple hours to do. Alright, and then my last FFO I have is Folklore by Nat X Stitches on Etsy, and I'll pop up a picture right here. So I also took this to work in, I think January, actually, as part of my work stitch that I take when I'm in office. And I stitched this for my sibling. Taylor Swift is her favorite artist, and Folklore is their favorite album. So I went ahead and stitched this. This was 1,764 stitches, and I finished this with Zen Chic fabric that I bought from my local quilt shop in LNS, always in stitches. And that's what that looks like. And that was a lot of fun to do. It was fun, but very tedious at the same time. It was one of my first couple, like my second only full coverage piece. So that was really exciting, but it was also very intimidating at the same time because it's full coverage and I'm still learning how to navigate full coverage. So that was a lot of fun, actually. So I have 2 finishes to show. So let me pull those up. So my first finish is Valentine City 1 by Stitching with the Housewives. And guys, I have something to show you. We are upgrading. I got a board. Super exciting. So that way there's no, you can't see through my fabric. So it doesn't have the nice pretty binding, but we're still working on it. But anyway, this is City Valentine 1 by Stitching with the Housewives, and this is what that looks like. So I used a 28 count Monaco, white Monaco, and I used the called for DMC. I am stitching 3 of them in the series. It's a 4-part series by Stitching with the Housewives. I'm only stitching 3 of them, and I'm going to put them on a 3-tier wood sign that I got from, it was Dollar Tree. But that is City Valentine 1. Up next, I have a Whip Go that I did for February. This was one of the 2 February stitches I did last month. So this is, what is this? This is the Pumpkinhead Sassy Stripper. This was a start and finish, and this was my Whip Go pull for February. So I used a 14 count white Ada and the called for DMC on this. This one was a lot of fun to do. This one only took me about 2 days, 2 work days to do. It was a lot of fun. And I'm going to finish this one how I did my last Sassy Stripper, which was just kind of like how Stitching with the Housewives did, only it's going to have a little bead round on it. And I'll pop a photo of what that looks like here, but I'm going to finish it the same way as the other one and put it in my dough bowl. Alright. Up next, I have a couple new starts. So my first new start is, let's see here, is my March monthly weigh-in by Stitching with the Housewives. This is what that is going to look like. I got a new, sorry guys, so I got a new camera, so I'm still trying to figure out how to like navigate that and try to figure out how to not make things blurry for you guys. So bear with me if some things are a little blurry. I'm still trying to navigate things. But this is my March monthly weigh-in. Let's see here. That's what it's going to look like. And then this is where I am. So I got a little bit done. I got a little bit of that border done. The borders are my least favorite of any cross stitch. So I got a little bit of that done. I got those flowers, and then I'm starting on the little chickens. I was about to say ducks. They're not ducks. Little chickens. That's kind of showing. There we go. You guys can see a little bit better there. That yellow is just so light on this fabric. Speaking of fabric, this is a 28 count tea dye Monaco. This is the called for fabric that Stitching with the Housewives used, and I'm using the floss pack. I'm part of the monthly club from Fat Quarter Shop, and it comes with a floss pack, so I am using the called for Classic Colorworks with it. That's my March monthly weigh-in. Hoping to get that done this month. I hope my goal is at least by Easter, which is the last day of the month. I know I'm kind of pushing it a little bit, but that's my goal. Okay, up next, this one was fun. So this one is my, this is Big Hearted Tiny Town by Heart in Hand. And I am about halfway through on this actually. So let me move my needle and get it on the board and show you guys. Okay, and this is my Big Hearted Tiny Town. It is so tiny. It is so cute. I am obsessed with it. I did a lot of this in January before the passing of my cat. And I have not picked it up since January, but I'm about halfway done with it, and this was a lot of fun. I really want to pick this back up. It's going to be a quick finish. I did this work in probably about 3 or 4 days of stitching. My goal was to do a house every day. I got to about where is it? Here on this house, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to do a house a day, so that way it will be done. And so this was day 1, and then I was starting day 2, and then everything just kind of happened, so I kind of had to put this on pause. But this is stitched on 32 count sand by Picture This Plus. It is a Belfast linen, and I am using the called for DMC. Here's an up close shot of that, and that is my Big Hearted Tiny Town by Heart in Hand. Let's get this off of the board. So up next, I have another whip go for February that I tried to do. So I started this one on Valentine's Day, actually. And I just wanted to do something fun. And this is, what is this? This is Halloween Sam by the Witchy Stitcher. So I started this on Valentine's Day. This is what it's going to look like. And this is where I am. I only got in one day, just a couple hours of stitching, just one stitching night, so I did not make it far at all. Got a little bit of the outline done, but that's where I am on it. Like I said, February was not kind to me. So again, started this on Valentine's Day. This is on 14 count black Aida, and I'm using the called for DMC for this. So I'm hoping to get this done just whenever I have free time, basically. Hoping. It's going to be a quick stitch once I actually do it, because I'm just doing, let's get that, here we go. I'm just doing Sam here, and then I'm thinking about doing the lollipops separately, so that way I can make those into pillows and put them in my dough bowl. So that way it can all be in a dough bowl, so that way I don't have to frame it. That's my thought process on that. Let me know what you think of that, because I think that's a really cute idea, but I was kind of a little unsure about it. Okay, and then I know I have one more start. I do. Where is it? Okay, my last new start is Hello Spring. I'll pop up a photo of what it's going to look like here. This is by Stitching with the Housewives. I started this on March 4th, and this is where I am. So I just got the little top half done almost, and this is stitched on 14 count white Aida, and I'm just using a stash conversion DMC of what looks close to the colors. And again, that's Hello Spring by Stitching with the Housewives. Alright, and I'm going to move on to my whips. So my first whip that I have to show you guys is my Sunday sampler that I am doing, called Fractor Flowers by Kathy Barrick. It is so gorgeous, so pretty. My goal is to try to do this every Sunday. February fell off. But for January, I was doing really good. And I was watching football while I was doing it. So I got lots of progress done. And this is where I smooth it out. This is where I ended up. So as you can see, I kind of, last time you saw it, I was kind of, where am I? Over this way with some of the borders. So I not finished, but I continued on the borders, did finish off this motif, and moved on to the alphabet and this big floral motif down here. And let's see, it's not really reading on camera those colors, but the colors are just so pretty. I love it. I cannot wait till I actually get down to the blues, because those blues are what made me want to buy this pattern. The whole center motif is what made me want to buy this. So I'm really excited, and I think it's going to look so good once it's done. I just have to get onto it. But I'm hoping that tomorrow, because tomorrow, it's Saturday while I'm filming this, so I'm hoping that tomorrow, with it being Sunday, I am very busy tomorrow though, so I got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow, this weekend. So I'm hoping tomorrow I can go ahead and try to get at least 100 stitches in on it. That is my goal. Up next, I have Valentine's Day Quaker by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I participated in this with the Nicole Spore, and friend Sal that she did. And hold on, I have a thread here. Let's move that down. But this is where I am. Oops. Okay. This is where I am. So I am using Flamingo by Weeks Dye Works. And this is on 32 count Belfast linen, just white. Sorry, I think it's antique white actually, if I'm not mistaken, antique white. Just hit my face with my board. But I love how it's turning out. I love the color. They finished the Sal. I'm going to continue this in my free time, hopefully, once I have any free time. But that was Valentine's Day Quaker. Oh, and I'm stitching this 2/1 since it's 32 count. Okay. And then up next I have my rain bearer pillow that I'm stitching for my sister-in-law. It is called No Longer Living in Sin. I got it off of Etsy. I will link down below where I got it. Here is what it's going to look like. And then here, let me get another pen, is where I am. So, last time you saw this, I was just on the flower, and I don't think I had any text. So I added some text here, and then I went and did this kind of floral motif because I wanted to make sure I had enough border over here. So I wanted to make sure that it fit on the size that I cut my fabric to. It does, I'm good to go. And I made sure that down here will work too. So it's looking good. I did try to go into this flower and try to finish that, but the other yellow I have matches too close to this yellow that I can't use it. I have to get a different one. So maybe today I might go out to Michael's and try to see what type of yellow I can find for this. But yeah, this is going to be the rain bearer pillow. She's getting married on 4/20, and right now it's the 9th of March. So I really need to get working on this. But I have a month and a half. I figured this might take me about 40 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this to work. I'm in office in 2 weeks. So when I'm at work, I can stitch a little bit more because we're a little slower. And so I'm going to take that with me, and that's going to be my work stitch for that week. And then, so that was No Longer Living in Sin, and that is the rain bearer pillow that I'm stitching for my sister-in-law that she's going to use in her wedding, and I'm super excited about it. Alright, and then I think second to last, I have my February monthly weigh-in, which looks like this. And then this is where I am. Oh, there we go. So I got a lot done on this. I'm more than halfway. I just have really the top half to do. I am putting this away for now because February's over, and I'll stitch on this occasionally, probably throughout the year, but I'm not going to, put this on too much of focus. With these weigh-ins, I'm hoping to stitch them in the month that they're called for, that I get them, so that way I can display them in the month that they're for. But that hasn't been the case. So I'm being very lenient with myself, and I'm stitching it. If I don't get it done, I don't get it done. I'm just going to put it into a whip, and I'm going to continue it next year and pull it out. I have found out I am a seasonal and a mood stitcher. So it really just depends on what I want to stitch that day. So sometimes things are more a priority than others, and sometimes things that should be a priority are not a priority because I'm not in the mood to stitch it. Kind of like the rain bearer pillow. Not in the mood to stitch it, so it's not a priority right now, even though it needs to be. But anyway, that's my little rant, and that was the February monthly weigh-in by Stitching with the Housewives. Alright, and then last but not least, I have Cat in the Jack by Stitching with the Housewives. This is what it's going to look like when it's all done. And then this is where I am. So I worked on this just a little bit. I just needed something to keep my hands busy at work one day, so I just turned and grabbed this, and I got rounded out the pumpkin and got some, I got these two pumpkins done, and then this little guy up here, but mainly just this big pumpkin part. And this is on 14 count white Ada with a stash conversion DMC 2/1. Alright, so that was all of my stitching that I have to show. So next I'm going to move on to my haul. So if this is what you came for and this is where we leave, thank you so much for joining. I hope you had a great time. I hope you found something that you liked. And if you did find something that you liked, let me know what it was down below. And I would like to see you next time on my next video. So thank you for joining me. And I'm going to move on to my haul now. So I just have a little bit for haul. I did not go crazy. So I have my weigh-ins. So I have my May monthly weigh-in floss pack. And then that's what it's going to look like. And then I have my April floss pack for my weigh-ins. And then I grabbed the Upbeat quilt pattern by It's So Emma on Fat Quarter Shop. And then by Corey Yoder, I grabbed Basket Bliss and Purry Stars. This is a new one by her. I am so excited for this one. So I am going to sew and quilt this one with the Denim and Daisy fabric by Joanna Figueroa. I think I said that last name right. I have a hard time pronouncing that last name with my speech impediment. But by Joanna, and I'm going to stitch it with, not stitch it, I'm going to use Denim and Daisies by Joanna Figueroa and to quilt this. And I think it's just going to look so cute. I am so excited for it. That comes out, I think, in like May or June, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going, instead of the blues, I'm going to get the oranges, and so they're going to be like calico cats. And I'm very excited about that. And then this next one is a little bit sad for my haul. So it is about my cat that had passed away. So if that is triggering for you, this is a trigger warning. But so after she had passed, I wanted to do something to commemorate her. And so what I am doing is I am doing a cross stitch of her. Her name was Eleanor. And this is what it is going to look like when it's done. Look at my baby. Oh. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. I am so excited about it. I just ran a picture I had of her through a conversion app, and it gave me all of the floss for it. And it put it on pattern for me, so I have the whole pattern and a single page pattern for it, and so that's what it's going to look like, and I am super excited about it. And so I am going to be stitching that on Fiber on a Whim 32 count Lugana even weave eggshell. This is what that looks like. I wanted something with just a tiny bit of modeling, nothing much, because I wanted the browns and the grays and the blacks that's in her fur to shine through really well. So that's why I went with a very neutral color palette for my fabric. And then I have all of my floss in this little floss box. And I still have to put it all on bobbins. That's going to take me a long time because I think there's 40 colors. My favorite one is this one, number 6. 792 DMC because it uses one single dot for her eye. It's my favorite. So that's going to be very pretty. That's probably going to be my starting point. But I cannot bring myself to actually do it yet. I don't know when I will be ready to stitch it. But when I am ready, I have all the stuff. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And then from Mad for Minders, she was so nice to, I sent her a photo. She does custom needle minders. She was so nice to make me a custom needle minder as well. And that's what it looks like. It's just a little photo of my Eleanor. But yeah. So pretty. Okay. So that was my haul. And then I have been doing a lot of sewing. So I want to show you guys what I've been sewing. So first off, I was participating in the Checkers Quilt-a-thon hosted by Mojave Farms back in January. They started on January 1st, I believe. I fell behind on it majorly, and I just now finished the other night actually of my quilt. So this is what it looks like. I did the queen size, so it is 90 by 108. I had to take it outside to even to get a picture of it because I don't have a space in my house that's big enough. So that was a very good size, big quilt. And then I also have behind me here, this is another quilt that I did. So we are redoing my daughter's bedroom, and I wanted to make something for her bed. So I made a 3-yard quilt. I just made it a little bigger, but it's princesses. And this is what it looks like. So it's 4 by 4. Just the same princesses. It has Jasmine, Mulan, Cinderella, and Belle. And then I used here, this is a Stonehenge fabric right here that I got from my local L&S and quilt shop, Always in Stitches, as well as with this one, the Cornerstone as well. So this one only took me like a day to do. It was so much fun to do. Like I said, it was a 3-yard quilt that I did. I just made it a little bigger, so it was very easy. What is the quilt pattern name? The quilt pattern name is called Tic Tac by Donna Robertson from Fabric Cafe. So that was a lot of fun. And then you saw here, I'm also working on a tester for Mojave Farms as well. And this is what the block looks like. So it's going to be nice and big. It's a 22.5-inch block. As you can see, I am using Buttercup and Slate by Corey Yoder for these 5-inch squares. And then the background is, this yellow is Buttercup by Kona. And then the green is Honeydew by Kona. And I'm making a throw size, and I will post more about this on my Instagram and my TikTok as it gets closer to pattern release. This pattern will release sometime in April, if I'm not mistaken. So that is what I've been up to. I thought this was going to be a longer video. I'm kind of glad that it's not, to be honest. I took forever to film this video because I just did not want to film. Like I said, I've just kind of been in a rut with things, so just haven't been wanting to do a whole lot of much. But I have some housekeeping that I want to go over. So I did do a giveaway with my local L&S, Always in Stitches. I know I've mentioned them so many times in this video. They are just that wonderful. If you live in Indiana or if you are ever in Noblesville area, please, please, please go to them. I cannot say more great stuff about Always in Stitches. Please go. They also have an online website, so you can also shop online. I will also link that down below. But anyway, some housekeeping. They did a giveaway with me. I announced the winner in my last video. I know it's been a long time since that last video, so I wanted to give a reminder to Kim K as she won the giveaway. please email me at jamiecruise05@gmail.com. I will also put that right here and down below in the description, so that way you can access that. Email me that you had won with a good address for me to send the package to. I will keep that open until the last day of the month, the 31st of March, and then I will pick a new winner. So please, Kim K, please get to me. And then another thing that I wanted to talk about, just that I think I am removing my small whip go. So I did 2 whip go boards, just my regular whip go, and then I did a smalls whip go of small things that I wanted to do throughout the year. Well, with things kind of going rough this year, I was thinking of removing that small one and just kind of keeping my big one, my regular one, because I feel like I took on way too much. This is only my first year whip go. It's my second full year of stitching at that, so I think I took on way too much for my first time. So I'm removing the smalls and just keeping the big one, my regular whips. 2 boards was too much, and I don't want to not do something and then be disappointed in myself and then give myself a hard time, which I'm very much like that. I'm very much that person. I don't want to do that to myself. So I'm just removing it right now. So I'm just going to be focusing on my whip go, and then I'm going to focus on sewing again, because I've been sewing a lot, and that's been really euphoric to me actually, as I'm kind of in a cross stitch funk. So right now that's been a lot of fun, and then kind of hoping to get some of these whips down this next couple weeks, so that way I can work on some fun new things that I have planned. So that's all that I really have today. I really appreciate you guys sticking around and enjoying the video with me. I had a lot of fun, and I'm really glad that I got to do this again. I promise I will try not to make it over a month again, like how it was last time, but you know, life gets in the way. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found something that you like. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!